Hey friends, today we are going to be coloring our ice cream cones based off of Wayne Thiebaud. Now, before we get started, we are going to draw a big outline on our brown paper using our brown oil pastel. So, draw a big outline over your paper, and then once you have that outline done, we are going to color in that entire box. So, to save some time, I actually already did this on the back side. But right now, I want you to stop and I want you to color in your brown paper. Now that you did your brown paper, we're going to grab our black pastel and we are going to draw our cone. So we're going to do this by drawing a big V. Remember, we want it very big because we like big ice cream cones. So one line down and then another line down to make that big V. And then we're going to connect our two tops. So one line all the way across, and there you have the start of your cone. Next, we're going to add the diamonds to our ice cream cones. We're going to do that by copying this line throughout all the way across. So this one goes down and to the right. We're going to do one more line down and to the right, parallel lines, down and to the right again, and one more down and to the right. So go ahead and do that on your paper. Now we're going to copy the line on the other side. So going down and to the left. We're going to do another one down and to the left and one more down and to the left. As you can see, this made diamonds. So congratulations. Now it's time to color in the diamonds with a highlight. So we're going to grab our yellow pastel and we are going to color in our diamond. So we are going to trace the outline of our diamond, just the edge. So as you can see here, I'm going to do just the edge of my diamond on every side, and then I'm going to repeat that process to all of my other diamonds. Now this is sped up, so you do not have to color in this fast. This is just to save us some time, but as you can see, I'm coloring in every single diamond, every single side of my diamond, and it's going to make my ice cream cone look like it is real. So as you can see here, I colored in the outside, but there's still brown on the inside of my diamonds. So it should be black, yellow, and then brown. Now it's your turn. Now it's time to cut out our cone. So go ahead and grab your scissors and we're going to cut along our black lines. You don't want to cut the black lines off. You want to leave them there so you know where your cone starts. So go ahead and cut the edges and make sure to take your time. You can go ahead and make a pile of trash on your table and get ready to cut out our scoops. If you remember, last class we painted 3 different papers and we used various colors. I made mine blue and I made 2 tints. Everybody remember making 2 tints? We have our darkest color, a medium tint, and a lightest tint. And we are going to cut out our scoops. Now, we're going to be tracing with this tool, but to be safe, we're going to trace on the back side. That way, if we make a mistake, you won't see it on the front. So, place down your tracer tool and we are going to start tracing our scoops very carefully. And then if you mess up, it's not a problem because this is on the back side. Now that we're done tracing our outline, it's time to cut. So we are going to take our scissors and cut along our line. You don't have to be perfect at cutting the line. If you miss a little bit, that's okay, because again, this is on the back side of our paper. So if we miss a little bit of our pencil, we won't see it. Now, I'm going to speed this up and you can take your time cutting. You do not have to cut as fast as I am. when you're tracing, you might make a mistake and go off your stencil. As you can see here, that's a big oops, but guess what? It's okay. It's on the back side, so nobody will ever see it. You do not have to erase it, you can just keep on tracing. So don't even worry if you make a mistake. Remember, this is sped up. Even Mr. Kian is not cutting this fast. So go ahead and take your time and make sure you're cutting your ice cream cones out very neat. That way, your ice cream cones look amazing. I'm starting my third cone right here, and I'm taking my time cutting all the way around, and then after this, I'm gonna be done. Now it's time to rearrange them in order from darkest to lightest. So you can see we go from dark all the way to light. So dark, medium, and lightest. And dark is going to go on the bottom. So go ahead and follow along with me and make your cones look just like this. Good job, guys. Now, really important step here, we are going to put our ice cream cone underneath our scoops. Not on top of our scoops like this, but underneath our scoops. That way it looks like our ice cream scoops are overflowing off of our cone. Once we have our ice cream cone ready, we are going to pick a background color. I picked pink. You can also pick green or purple, whichever color you like the most. And then it is time to glue our stuff down. Because the cone goes at the very bottom, we're going to start with our cone. So we're going to start by shaking our glue, getting it ready, making sure it's open, and then we're going to do an outline of our cone. You can see I'm pretty close to the edge, but it doesn't have to be right on the edge. And then I'm going to fill in with a little bitty zigzag, and I'm going to put this at the very bottom of my page, making sure it is centered so our ice cream cone is in the center of our piece, and I'm going to press down with my fingers. We're going to do the same thing for our scoops of ice cream. We're going to start with a little outline all the way around the scoop, and then we're going to glue on the inside with a little swiggle, and we're going to press that over on top of our cone, just barely on top, making sure that cone still looks very big. And most importantly, we are making sure we stay inside of the paper. We don't want our ice cream scoop hanging off of the page. That would look like it's about to fall off. We want it inside the page. Now we're going to repeat this 2 more times. So go ahead and get your glue and glue down your other 2 scoops. Remember, we're doing our medium color second, and then our lightest color on top. So go ahead and take your time and make sure you're gluing darkest to lightest. Wow, your ice cream cone is all done and it looks delicious. We're all done with our glue, so let's go ahead and close that up by twisting it all the way closed and putting it in our buckets. Then we're going to flip our ice cream cones over and put our name on it. You can write your name pretty big, that way we know whose is whose. To add toppings, we're going to grab different color oil pastels. So I'm grabbing a few of my favorite colors. And before we get started on the front, we're going to practice on the back. That way, if we mess up, it's on the back and we don't have to worry about it. As you can see here, I already practiced with my white, and I found out that doesn't show up on my lightest color. So I'm going to use a brown, and instead of whipped cream, now it's hot fudge. So you can use all sorts of different colors as your toppings. And that's totally normal because everybody likes different toppings. Once you feel confident, you can flip your page over and start drawing your toppings on your actual ice cream scoop. Now, before you color in your whipped cream or your hot fudge, whatever you decide, let's draw our topping. I'm going to draw a cherry, and here's an example on how to draw a cherry. I'm going to draw it on the back as practice, and it kind of looks like a heart, but instead of a point at the bottom, you're going to do a round bottom. So with one line, you're going to draw a hoop, a curved bottom, and bring it back up just like a heart. And for the cherry stem, I'm going to use a green pastel. So now, let's flip it over and do it on the front. As you can see, I'm going to color in my cherry, and now we can color in our whipped cream or our hot fudge. Whatever you decided to put on your toppings, go ahead and color it in. This is obviously sped up, so take your time. Now it's time for sprinkles. You can do all black or you can do a bunch of different colors. On the top layer, I'm going to show you what black sprinkles look like. Then on my other layers, I'm going to show you what multiple colors look like. I did pink and purple on this second layer because I think they go very well together. And then of course I had to put green on my bottom layer because you know that's my favorite color. Now it's your turn. Pick out your favorite color and start to add sprinkles to your ice cream scoops. Wow guys, you did it! You finished your ice cream cones. We have one last step to make this piece look amazing, and that is outlining with our white pastel. So go ahead and grab that white pastel, and we're going to outline a big box around our paper. If your scoop gets in the way, just go past it and make another small line. As you can see here, I'm not painting over my scoops, I'm going around my scoops. Same thing with my cherry. I went around it, and now we're all done. Congratulations, guys. Time to clean up, so put all of your pastels that you used back in the basket and get it ready to be picked up. Good job, guys.